Class of 2023, guests and colleagues, my name is Mary Howarth, and on behalf of the University of York and the alumni community, I'm delighted to welcome you to your conferment and celebration ceremony. I have a few announcements to make before we begin so that you can relax and enjoy the ceremony. Class of 2023, an easy job to start with. Please check that your seat number matches the number on your ticket because you'll be called to the stage in this order. If you discover that these do not match, our team of stewards can help you to locate the correct seat. At the appropriate time, you'll be invited by the stewards to stand and to make your way to the foot of the stairs, ready to head up the stairs and across the stage. All very straightforward. There are two key things which make for a seamless ceremony. First, as soon as the person ahead of you begins to cross the stage, please make sure you make your way up the stairs. Please don't wait until they've crossed the stage before you reach the top of the stairs. Second, when your name is announced, please walk to the center of the stage and either raise or doff your cap rather than shake hands with the Vice-Chancellor. But please do pause for a moment at the spot marked X in the center of the stage for that all-important photo opportunity. Your parchment certificates will be available for collection from the Student Hub from Monday the 24th until Monday the 31st of July. If your certificate is uncollected, we'll post it to the home address we have on record. So please ensure your home address information on eVision is up to date. And your digital certificate will be made available to you through the digital portal. For the students whose awards have been delayed by the marking and assessment boycott, we'll let you know how to obtain your certificate when we communicate your final outcome. And everyone from the class of 2023 is welcome to have photographs taken by our official photographers in the photography studio in the Spring Lane building. At the end of the ceremony, the class of 2023 are asked to process out of the hall directed by the stewards. Family and friends, the stewards will show you to the exits once the class has left the hall. If the fire alarm should sound at any point, remain in your seats, instructions will be given, and we'll escort you to the nearest exit. When students graduate, they become alumni of the University of York. As an alum, you'll be joining an international community of over 160,000 York alumni in over 180 countries. The university's Alumni Association is a vibrant and active global network which offers services and opportunities that are designed to help graduates make connections with other alumni across the world to support their career development and to provide lifelong learning. York is for life, and we will be there with you every step of the way, particularly as you embark on this important next chapter. You'll shortly receive an email giving further details of the ways in which you can remain supported, connected, and active in this community of one of the world's greatest universities. Do please follow our alumni social media channels on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and check out the alumni pages on the university website to keep in touch and learn more about life when you become a York graduate. As you get your first job or take up further study or training, please remember to keep us in touch with what you're doing. Understanding the career paths that you take will help us provide the right support for current students and make sure we continue to offer relevant information and opportunities. Please remember to join us for your celebratory reception following the ceremony in the Exhibition Centre, where you'll be able to celebrate your achievement with a complimentary glass of fizz and a selection of refreshments. Finally, can I ask you to please now mute mobile phones, and if you are comfortably able, would you please now stand?
Please be seated. And a very warm welcome to the University of York. My name is Charlie Jeffrey. I'm the Vice-Chancellor. It is such a delight to welcome you here today because occasions like this are, I think, some of the things we most look forward to, the most special parts of our year. We're celebrating the collective and the individual achievements of you, the class of 2023, and with that, we're marking all the creativity, the energy and the passion and the sheer hard work that you've put into your studies. But we're also marking with and for you a moment of transition with all the anticipation that comes as you move into the next stage of your lives. And as we celebrate your achievements and recognise that moment of transition, I'd just like to say how proud we all are of you here at the university. I also want to acknowledge the disruptions that many of you have faced over the course of your study, including some in recent weeks. Really sorry that you've had so many challenges to deal with in your time here. But today we have the opportunity to stand back and reflect on your achievements, both within and outside the classroom during your time here. And we are so delighted we can do that with so many family members, friends and supporters in this hall to witness the ceremony and to join in our celebration. We know that some here are local to York, some will have come from other parts of the UK and some from many different countries around the world. You're all very, very welcome. And I imagine that some who are special to our class of 2023 can't be present today, and we hope that nonetheless they'll be able to follow the ceremony and join in the celebration via our live stream. And wherever the audience is, please do not hold back. Occasions like this are really meant to be quite noisy. There's lots of celebrating to be done, lots of joy to be expressed. So we do expect lots of applause, of course, and cheers and whoops and hollers, however you choose to express your joy. And we keep a kind of informal tally of noise levels in our ceremonies. And I lay down a challenge to you because arts and creative technologies are currently top of the list. And this is the last ceremony in the series, so this is an opportunity to make a late push and knock them off their perch. And so with that challenge, I now declare this congregation open for the conferment and celebration of awards. Thank you.
Professor Bob Doherty will present graduands on behalf of the School for Business and Society.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's fantastic to see you all. Vice-Chancellor and President, I have the honour to present the following candidates. For pursuing the degree of Master of Arts in Social Research, Daniel Jordan. For pursuing the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Management for research in strategy formation in emerging ecosystems, Laura Kristen Basok. For research in study of food supply chains shortened by e-commerce, Jin Chen. For research in a study on work-life balance and maternal bodies, Haja Nur Anisa Haji Sabina. For research in sectoral and regional connectedness, the case of C, Christian Manicaro. For research in the leaderful qualities of Matterly encounters, Victor Perez Moraga. For research in the study of the oil market and stock market, Jinyu Shang. For research in financial supply chain management, Tianyu Zhang. For pursuing the degree of Master of Science in Innovation, Leadership and Management, Gabriella Whiting. For pursuing the degree of Master of Science in Accounting and Financial Management, Ramin Shehzad. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business and Management, Adam Abbas. Tiana Elgar Crossland. Cassiana Beatsok. Lewis Brown. Jennifer Bullman. Hannah Button. Ki-Han Chow. Andrew Colton. Chinyui Chen. Lucy Cockayne. Rosie Cornish. Penelope Dabbs. Matthew Davis. Ryland Davis. Mackenzie Dickinson. Sean Dixon. Karma DeJones. Joshua Donatus. Samuel Donnelly. Sydney Evangeli. Thomas Fryer. Jan Jalili. Sophie Glover. Lauren McKnight. Miles Gosden. Jingjing Goa. Molly Ives. Anna Jewett. Adam Jowsey. Frederick John Nicol. Lewis Kim. Harry King. Elena Kwok. Harry Laban. Yuting Lee. Aidan Lubecka. Loa Howe. Elizabeth McGregor. Namkwe Lee Mushilandla. Isla Milne. Pandora Milne. Jason Mitchell. Paulo Marina. Leah Morley Rushworth. Marsha Narula. Emily Noble. Abdel Rahman Omar. Efe Ozis. Iva Prava. Mark Prengo. Maria Ramos. Redza Remy. Jack Richardson. Reese Salahan. Elisa Samandi. Emily Sambrook. Madeleine Schooler. Chuen Chu. Lucy Smith. David Solis. Jonty Soa. Yun Chien Sun. Elliot Sundin. Yusuke Tanaka. Emily Taylor Baker. Ho Yento. Thomas Troop. Shukhin Se. Abigail Tuknot. Bradley Owen. Erica Vatve Kuti. Jordan Walmsley. Wembo Wong. Jack Ward. James Waugh. Tia Wemborn. Daniel Wheeler. Charlotte Williams. Thomas Wildham. Yue Heng Wu. Yinying Shu. Yo Wei Xiong. Kaya Zhou Yang. Miao Zhen. Qi Sheng Zhong. Yiming Zhong. Xinyu Zhu. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business and Management with a year abroad, Alfred Honer. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business and Management with a year in industry, Danielle Ali. James Bryce. Tara Dahi. Sam Fillingham. Sinan Gilroy. Laura Griffin. Charles Jelly. Baptiste Leon. Dane Longdon. Rajan Modwadia. Poppy Reed. Benjamin Sharp. Ross Sharp. Phoebe Solway. Charles Stent. Louise Stokes. Kate Whitehead. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Science in Accounting, Business, Finance and Management, Rebecca Halagaratnam. Amar Banso. Louis Bichan. Samuel Braham. Matthew Brillis. Michael Watts.
Our student ensemble, Eonomy, will perform What a Wonderful World, arranged by Peter Hicks.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Could I just prevent them from disappearing from the stage? I just wanted to say, that's the 13th time that they've done that. And every time it has been brilliant, and the skill and professionalism that I Anonymi bring to our graduation ceremonies is always a highlight. And it was another highlight this week to have seen two of them, ones at either end, pass across this stage as they've graduated. So I just wanted to give them an extra thanks and wish you well in your futures. So thank you so much.
For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Business and Management, Ho Yin Tang. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts of Science in Accounting, Business, Finance and Management, Shui Chen. Oliver Clark. Jamie Cooper. Jamie Cumming. Joseph Harrison. Camila Hassan. Emily Kerr. Jenan Lee. Mao Yu Lu. Temia Mangisi. Rupert Mathers. Alexandra Naylor. Ray Pang. Noah Riley. George Robinson. Alex Rowe. Joshua Stead. Wei Jia Tang. Sebastian Topoloveski. Morgan Turner. Zhao Hui Wen. Miao Miao Wei. Samuel Weston. Francesca Wilson. Ryan Huen Ho Lee. Miao Zheng. Yanrong Zhang. Hu Wenjiao. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Science in Accounting, Business, Finance and Management with a year in industry, Luke Bancroft. Harry Brown. Max Buckingham. Evie Butler. Luke Dees. William Dunn. Lucas Holmes. Alexandra Hu. Edward Irwin. Robert King. Henry Miles. Amy Mustard. Charlie Powell. Evangelina Robinson. Aaron Schofield. Andrew Searle. Caitlin Watts. Samuel White. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science, William Crocker. Millie Dixon. Christopher May. Franklin Moses. Callum Robinson. Sahil Shah. Erwin Ho Pong Wong. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Science in Actuarial Science with a year in industry, Rebecca Hall. Neil Sharma. Emma Sims. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business and Management, Jared Archer. Christopher Barker. Michael Ellison. Alexandra Farrell. Gabriella Georgieva. Anna Harvey. Robert Hitchener. Joe Hung. Peter Jakoncic. Jessica Kennett. Josh Masterman. Fiyin Omotowa. Finlay O'Neill. Asley Orell. Ricky Patel. Richard Penny. Michael Robinson. Alex Smith. Archie Stackpool. Maria Stelmacher. Jack Trinder. Arnav Wadwa. Benjamin Vanga. Harry Wellesby. Daniel Whitaker. Benji Woodford. Lorna Jang. Chin Bei Zhao. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Science in Business and Management with a year in industry, Aditya Banerjee. Maxwell Beckett. Oliver Benaka. Alexandra Bruce. Harriet Duke. Heather Hartley. Manny Huang. Robert Johnson. William Johnson. Emily Jones. Anisha Diana Joshi. Luke Jowett. Shania Khan. Hetty Lucas. Chloe Lupton. Ben McCourt. Samuel James Penny. Anjali Rathod. William Sherlow. Rayhan Uduwedia. Lauren Ragg.
We hear today from a range of presenters about different aspects of student life at York and a university with public good at its heart. We now have a video to play of a reading of a poem by Emily Thorrington, who is a Master of Arts in Poetry and Poetics student here at York. For our 60th anniversary, Emily has written some reflections about our University for Public Good. Our thanks go to Emily, and we hope it reminds you about everything that is so special about York.
On our campus winding, with willows vibrantly green, listening through the seasons for spring, we are building relationships between sports and eating at Greg's Place, between Heslington Hall and as we spotted Longboy by the lake. We are embarking on wisdom, enriching our earth through innovative ideas and teamwork, connecting at the University of York for the public good. From friendliness and excellence in faculty, through undergraduate and postgraduate studies, we are problem solving, gears turning, ears learning. We are yearning to know, to be known, to be better citizens of the places we call home, learning for the public good. We are multidisciplinary, diverse in abilities, ages, nationalities, bringing passion and purpose to our conversations, collaborations in the arts and sciences, maths and psychology, humanities, sociology, engineering, public policy, collaborating for the public good. Working in unity, students and faculty, bus drivers, food servers and maintenance team, chaplains, librarians, and security. Our perspectives and nationalities strengthen us. Our abilities together, beautiful and robust. Teamwork for the public good. Wisdom cries aloud in the streets, and our ideas rise from our seats. Our research pools from the lake, outside of campus through the city gates. Our ideas create businesses, help hospitals, name festivals, innovating for the public good. University of York students, staff, and faculty, in this 60th year of our university, let us remember to relish the adventure of learning each day, to cherish each other's invaluable worth, to care for our inherited earth, sharing our learning throughout the world from our University of York for the public good.
For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Science in Marketing, Hannah Akram. Sam Azashimi. Oliver Berry. Megan Cadman. Todd Chapman. Hao Ran Cui. Sophie Dunbar. Alexandra Lewis. Jack Machen. Andrea Arilana Nolasco. Nina Pemberton. Alistair Robinson. William Scott. Aisha Thompson. Sarah Tilley. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Science in Marketing with a year in industry, Caris Ojula. Elliot Flynn Forrest McDonough. Rachel Healy. Wen Chong Su. Zainab Zadi. Pratham Baludi.
Dr. Anela Wenham will now present graduands on behalf of the School for Business and Society.
Vice-Chancellor and President, I have the honour to present the following candidates who have pursued the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences. Fumelio Adelajo. Tenolio Akinde. Lina Aisha. Alice Blackmore. Adam Bahanahan. Alicia Calaris. Ruby Chapman. Ewan Clegg. Lucy Clayton. Lucinda Cohen. Sylvia Cullen. Sophia Duckworth. Amelia Farquharson. Adam Gideon. Lola Goodall. Zenya Harvey. Maisie Hawthorne. Sophie Hextall. Rebecca Laronte. Beth McDonough. Kelsey Openshaw. Bozidara Petkova. Anushka Swanwell. William Woodhouse. Edward Worth. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences with a year abroad, Rebecca Lancaster. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences with placement year, Jessica Foster. Olivia Green. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social and Political Sciences with Philosophy, Esther Baker. Alice Broderick. Henry Holton. Krista Riley. Amy Thompson. Vice-Chancellor and President, I have the honour to present the following candidates who have pursued the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Social Policy and Social Work. For research in health experts' influence in the policy process, Annette Bonifant Cineros. For research in experiences of antisocial behaviour perpetrators, Kirsty Louise Cameron. For research in public pensions in family support in China, Jiaxin Leho. For research in social media and gender-based violence, Susan Watson. For pursuing the degree of Master of Arts in Global Crime and Justice, Shino Honda. For pursuing the degree of Master of Arts in Social Work, Ajira Akparova Kingsley. Natalia Alvarez Collazo. Kirsten Arding. Sarah Barker. Kate Biggleston. Rosie Cooper. Sabina Garung. Sian Lowry. Abby Mayle. Actor Marambra. Grace Millington. Hilda Nakanyika. Megan Reeves. Bethany Robertson. Joshua Taylor. Ishka Wallman, Drew Welsh, Kerry Winter. For pursuing the degree of Master of Arts in Social and Public Policy, William James Moore. For pursuing the degree of Master of Comparative Applied Social and Public Policy, Evaluation and Research, Sayabatofa Erde. Ishsani Faroudi. Yun Hee Jeon. Yusuf Ramadi Kadarizman. Tae-hoon Kim. And Garius Mao. Natsubi Mitiaski. Naya Sari Natisti. Reno Samudra Evanar. Master Simanulung. For pursuing the degree of Master of Public Administration in Public Administration, International Development, Natasha Chuni. Jamie Yu. For pursuing the degree of Master in Social Work, Kaylee Burton. Megan Carnes. Kashi Jill. Hannah Hunter. Sarah Lane. Eleanor McCabe. Alicia Owen. Francesca Salt. Courtney Smith. Tanya Tomey. For pursuing the degree of Postgraduate Diploma in Public Policy and Management, Shadira Chukwu. For pursuing the degree of Postgraduate Diploma in Social Work, David Myeskoff. For pursuing the degree of Postgraduate Diploma in Social and Public Policy, Caitlin Jenkins. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Applied Social Science, Abby Bolam. Molly Colson. Sophie Harrison. Lorna Hay. Elizabeth Hegarty. Kirsten Leach. Isabella Loftus. Lily Wolf. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Policy, Jade Alton. Angelina Roberts. Jacob Smith. For pursuing the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Policy, Crime and Criminal Justice, Imogen Angus. Marla Butlin. Annabelle Carr. Hayden Coupland. Emma Crone. Yasmin Sanger. Neve Engelbart. Charlotte Leah. Oliver McConville. Angel McDover. Emma Redshaw. Oliver Rigg. Chloe Ritchie. Isha Serene.
It is my enormous pleasure to introduce Hajja Noor Anisa Haji Sabini, our student orator who will speak on behalf of the class of 2023. Our student orators have been invited to speak in recognition of their hard work on behalf of the student community and commitment to their studies. Our speakers have both pursued the most enriching experience they could during their time at York, as well as giving back to their community. On behalf of the class of 2023, I give you Hajja Noor Anisa Haji Sabini.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very good afternoon, fellow graduates, honored guests, respected professors, lecturers, families, and friends. Assalamu alaikum and peace and blessings be upon everyone. It's such an honor to be standing here in front of you to speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2023. My name is Hajja Noor Anisa Haji Sabini, and I'm a PhD graduate in the field of management. They say a PhD is a lonely journey because you have to embark in self-study, doing your own research, your own writing, in your own struggle, and in your own time. You just have the guidance of your appointed supervisors to point you in the right direction, to the right resources, and the rest is up to you. When I started this journey back in 2015, as an academic myself in a local university in Brunei, it seems like the next natural step that I was excited to venture. I was thankful because I got the opportunity to bring my little family to this beautiful and welcoming city of York. Like any other thriving PhD student, I also intended to finish everything within the duration of 3 to 4 years, with the motivation to learn new things and acquire new knowledge, to make friends and acquaintances, and to be a better version of myself personally and professionally. And the University of York offers so much for the students in terms of the library resources, accommodating students with families like myself, the beautiful campus, the lakes, the ducks, the geese, and the swans. It was such a memorable experience. I couldn't fit everything in this speech. However, we know that sometimes in life, things don't always turn out the way we want or plan. Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with stage 3 rectal cancer in 2017 when I was doing my fieldwork back in Brunei. With that diagnosis, I was forced to put a halt to my study and applied for a leave of absence for 1.5 years. It was one of the lowest and weakest moments of my life. I remember asking the doctor who conveyed the diagnosis, "What about my PhD?" He said at that time that health was to become my priority. I had to undergo chemotherapy and radiotherapy and underwent 2 surgeries during that treatment period. I even had an ileostomy bag installed. But alhamdulillah, I was announced cancer-free in 2018. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Where I got the green light from my physician to resume my study, so I was back here in York to finish off my scholarship graduation alone and away from my family for about 9 months before going back to Brunei to finish off the writing period. But then, we know what happened in 2020, right? COVID-19 introduced itself to us. So once again, that unexpected thing that we have to endure. I, like many of us in this hall, had to adapt to the new life of social distancing, distance learning, online supervision meetings, and new working norms. As a full-time working academic, we also had to adapt to working from home. So on top of teaching, administrating, writing up my thesis, and a full-time wife, mom, and daughter, I couldn't bear all the challenges and struggles that came with it. So I had to request for deferment twice to submit my thesis, and the university granted it. That's just how wonderful the University of York is. Fast forward to June 2022, with so much feeling of anticipating and wanting to just give it all up, I finally managed to submit my thesis after an intense 2 weeks of sending drafts back and forth with my supervisors via email. Mind you, it's a 7-hour difference between Brunei and UK. And I remember they said, "Anissa, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You are almost there." So that kept me going. And my thesis submission was a symbol of the struggles and the sacrifices, the blood, sweat, and tears of this rather fulfilling and roller coaster of a journey. So the take-home message of my speech is this. This journey, be it a bachelor's degree or a master's or a PhD, was not as lonely as I thought it would be. For me, I had the most incredible support of my supervisors from day one, Jane and Lynn, who never left my side in sickness and in health, and who always believed in my potential and guided it properly. The University of York, who always seemed to accommodate my requests without many difficulties. I also had the amazing support of my wonderful husband, Abbas Rahbini, who takes care of my beautiful kids, Fatiyah and Zain, who are probably watching right now in Brunei. They couldn't be here today, but thankfully they can watch this session online. I also had the support and prayers of my beloved parents and in-laws in Brunei and Indonesia, my family and friends. In fact, 2 of my besties have traveled all the way from Brunei with me to be in this very hall, so shout out to Hanisa and Suryani, and to Nabila, who came all the way from Leicester. And not forgetting my colleagues at UNISA Brunei, who never falter in cheering me on, whether I was fighting cancer, or defending my thesis online, or even normalizing life with COVID-19. I thank Allah and all the beautiful souls in my life who made such an impact on my success today. I would also like to thank the government of His Majesty, the Sultan of Brunei, for granting me this scholarship. I learned 2 things from this journey: to be resilient and persevere. Because life will sometimes throw things at you that you may not like and disrupt your plans. And sometimes it might take longer for you to reach that destination, i.e. a PhD. But you just keep on going and keep on pushing yourself until you reach the end of that tunnel. Perseverance is what wins the day. So I hope as you embark into the next chapter of your life, remember, it's not about how you started and how long it takes, but what matters is that you reach the finishing line, the light at the end of the tunnel. I obviously did it with the help of so many wonderful people, and the sight that I am seeing right now also proves that we all did it. So congratulations to all those celebrating their graduation. Thank you.
Wow. What an extraordinarily uplifting story. And I really do hope that your family are watching this live. And all the best to them back in Brunei. So thank you very much, Anissa. That was wonderful. Students, guests, and colleagues, this speech will conclude today's ceremony. And it's that point when I remind you of the competitive challenge I set out at the start about the applause and the cheers and the whoops and the hollers. Because I think you're not far away from arts and creative technologies. There have been some very loud whistles and cheers and roars from different parts of the audience. Yes, you know who you are. Do it again, okay, when it comes back to the applause. I really want to hear lots of noise. But first, let me stand back and reflect a little on this university, this place of learning through which our class of 2023 has journeyed. I'm probably a bit biased, but I think York is really special. 60 years old this year, one of the UK's best universities, but I also think one of the more distinctive universities in the UK. So where does that quality and distinctiveness come from? Let me tackle that question under 3 headings. And the first heading is curiosity. We are not satisfied just with what we already know. We want to explain things we don't yet have the knowledge to explain. And that curiosity drives the discovery of that new knowledge we need. Get a sense of that from some of the news stories you can find on our website from just the last few weeks. Here's a small selection. We've launched a new Centre for Blood Research for those focused on those suffering from blood cancers, as a way of trying to find improvement in patient outcomes, treatments which are not just more effective but kinder treatments. A group of colleagues have designed new educational tools which add 3 months of additional progress to the math skills of young children. Our archaeologists are using 3D scanning techniques of embalmed bodies to work out what Romans were doing in their burial practices. We're also setting up a new facility in nearby Wakefield to develop the next generation of production technologies in the UK's film, TV and performing arts industries. We recently won a £12 million research project to speed up the development of fusion as a safe, clean and abundant source of energy. A £6 million project which is going to find ways of better using plants to capture carbon in soil and in crop-based products so we can accelerate our route to net zero. We're doing work elsewhere which will reduce or even eliminate neglected tropical diseases in southern and eastern Africa. And there's much, much more than all of that. One of my colleagues calls this the power of asking why. We have a restless curiosity. We always want to know more. We always think, well, why? My second heading is about values, or you might say the purposes to which all that curiosity, that power of why, is put. This university was built back in the 1960s on distinctive values, which I think have stood the test of time and continue to guide us today. So let me recall some of the phrases in our founding documents. According to the minutes of the group that campaigned to establish the university, we were to conduct studies that contribute to the amelioration of human life and conditions. Now that's a powerful sense of purpose. We were to be no ivory tower. Our task was and is to bring a positive impact to our society. And we were to do all of that regardless of class, creed, or race. Regardless of class, creed, or race. Now, I guess these days some might dismiss that kind of language as typical of the woke virtue signalling of Generation Z, but I have to disappoint them. That was our first Vice-Chancellor in 1966, channeling the words of the US civil rights campaigner Martin Luther King. Not a lot of universities were doing that at the time, I think. And the concern of that first Vice-Chancellor was that social background should neither limit access to higher education, but more than that, nor should it limit our curiosity. Because bringing together people from diverse backgrounds means we won't all ask the same questions. Our differences will challenge us to ask new and better questions. And then there was the Archbishop of York back in 1963, who challenged our first cohort of students to be citizens not only of York, not only of England or Great Britain, not only of Europe, but of the world. As citizens of the world, he said, they would avoid insularity of outlook. They would have the humility to learn from others across national and cultural boundaries. So those are our values: social impact, equality, humility. We summarise this today in the simple phrase that featured in that wonderful poem you heard earlier on. The University of York exists for public good. And so to my third heading in reflecting on this university's quality and distinctiveness, after curiosity and values. And the third heading is you, our students. At York, we often speak about the need for bright minds like yours. And it's for good reason. Each new generation of students stands on the shoulders of those who went before in developing that open-minded outlook, that eagerness to ask why, that willingness to understand and learn from others, and that commitment to making a difference. And to be frank, you've probably had more to contend with over the last few years in succeeding in your studies than those earlier generations did. And in all of that, while you will have learned much from us, we've also learned massively from you. You don't just reflect, you also help us to renew this university's curiosity and values. In that way, you too are a foundation of this university's quality. But what has impressed me, alongside the success in your studies we are celebrating today, is how you also take those values beyond the classroom. Just a few examples of what this has led to over the last year. One is the various ways in which our students have worked with the university to shape and improve their experience. For example, in helping to design the cost of living support that both the University and Students' Union have been able to provide in this most difficult of years. By working with the library to introduce facilities to support students with young children, but also a sensory room to support the needs, in particular, of autistic students. And then there was the excellent work led by some of our international students to explore with their lecturers the challenges of learning, but also the challenges of teaching to those learning in a second or third language. Another thing to highlight are the 370 activities our Students' Union organises. From Aikido to yoga, via cheerleading, Gilbert and Sullivan, hedgehogs on campus, Mario Kart, slam poetry, lots more, along with 75 sports and 19 volunteering groups. We are pretty confident this makes York, and this makes you, the most socially active student community in the UK. And through all that, we have seen, amongst other things, our newly formed Ukraine Society organising an event in February this year in the city to mark the anniversary of the Russian invasion. A student-led civic event promoting and sharing sanctuary and messages of peace, including extraordinarily moving testimony from Ukrainian students. In a very different field, our York Movember student ambassadors, working largely through our sports clubs, raised over £37,000 for the prostate cancer charity Movember. And then we had, and I'm sure some of you will have participated or supported in this, we had a brilliant York Lancaster Roses tournament, the 57th tournament in the series, the first we've been able to hold in York since 2019, with 150 sports, 150 events across 45 sports, an extraordinarily vibrant festival of sporting activities, supported by 220 student media volunteers running up to 10 simultaneous live streams with over 50,000 views on our student TV channel. Absolutely brilliant. But what was also remarkable was how our students also used Roses as a platform to shine a light on sexual violence in sport, raising over £15,000 for the local charity Survive in the process. And I have, of course, also to mention Longboy. Longboy, an implausibly tall campus duck who was popularised through student Instagram accounts and got picked up in these strange viral ways to become a global sensation. So Longboy was featured on the Late Late Show in the US with James Corden and seemed to be appearing almost, or featuring almost weekly on the Radio 1 breakfast show with Greg James, and indeed was heard quacking on that show earlier this year. Sadly, though, Longboy has disappeared. We suspect deceased. But happily, he's going to live on, following an extraordinary crowdfunding drive by our students to raise money for a lasting memorial on campus in his name. So, so when you all come back, you'll find a bronze statue of Longboy. Now, for me, this mix in our students of all the academic achievement that we have been celebrating this afternoon, but those other things, the fun, the creativity, the social responsibility, the compassion, and the love of very tall ducks, marks you out as a very special group. So in light of that, I invite my colleagues and all the family, friends, and supporters in this hall to give us that first round of deafening applause, cheers, hoops and hollers to celebrate the brilliant achievements of you, the class of 2023. Now that was genuinely deafening. And it was deafening without the 330 or so students making any noise at all. So let's see what we can do when we bring it all together. Anyway, next, our academics, represented by some of those you see up here and some of those you see over here, have something to do with your achievements. They channel their curiosity to discover the knowledge that helps us and helps you understand better the challenges we all face, but also to do something about them, that commitment to impact, whether it's on the environment or health or inequality or our heritage or aging or creativity or new technologies, human rights, medical advances, and many, many other things. Our academics devise and deliver courses in all sorts of innovative ways on the basis of their expertise and driven by their curiosity. And I'm always impressed by the passion with which they share that expertise with our students, the inspiration that they give. And I'm impressed also and always by the contribution of other staff at the university, also represented here on the stage and here in the audience, for the things that they do in ensuring the whole place runs as smoothly as can be. Whether it's organising the library or looking after university finances or making sure we have slick graduation ceremonies, running our sports facilities, managing our careers service, cleaning student bedrooms, or keeping the geese, ducks and swans more or less under control. So let me call on you, our students, to join me in a moment in applauding our outstanding staff and all they've done to support you. But I wanted to just highlight one member of staff today, Jennifer McNally. I'm highlighting Jennifer as, among all the staff here because this is her last day at work before retirement, and Jennifer has had a long association with the university and graduated in this hall as an undergraduate back in the 1980s. So it's absolutely wonderful to have her here today at a graduation on her last day in the office, as it were. So, students, let's hear it for the staff at the university. And now, it's time to say something about the family and friends supporting you in this hall today. I am pretty sure they have helped from time to time during your period here at the university with advice, with companionship, providing a shoulder to cry on probably from time to time. Those who've been able to pop home probably availed themselves of laundry services. And I'm pretty sure some money will have changed hands from time to time to support you through university. So students, in light of all of that, I'd like you actually to stand up, turn to your supporters, family, friends, wherever they are in this hall, and raise the roof for them. Thank you for that. Now, finally, I wish you all success and happiness for the future, and I hope you keep in touch. We want you to see York as your university for life. We want you to remain part of a global network of thinkers and doers striving to make a difference, shaping our future, tackling the challenges we all face with that special York mix of the power of why, our distinctive values, and your bright minds. We look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. And with that, I declare this ceremony closed. If you are comfortably able, please rise.